The exiled emperor himself seemed to sense his end. In the months before his death, he wrote a will that notably stated, "I die before my time, murdered by the English oligarchy and its assassin." A bitter charge, perhaps, or a genuine clue. Even among those who accepted the cancer diagnosis, questions lingered. Why had his decline accelerated so rapidly in the final months? Why did arsenic traces in his hair later spark poisoning theories? Modern pathology confirms advanced gastric cancer, not ulcers. Still, for decades, the official version remained largely unchallenged. Napoleon died a natural death, the story went. A tragic but fitting end for a man who once thought himself master of Europe. But history has a way of refusing to stay silent, and in the 20th century, new scientific discoveries would crack open the coffin of certainty and unleash a storm of suspicion. In 1961, a Swedish dentist and amateur historian, Dr. Sten Forshuv... I have no idea how I'm going to pronounce that. Dr. Sten Forshuv? Yeah, it must be because he's Swedish. Dr. Sten Forshuv. Dr. Sten reignited a controversy that had lain dormant for over a century. Dr. Sten, a specialist in toxicology, had managed to obtain strands of Napoleon's hair, carefully snipped from his head after death and preserved by loyal followers as relics. Analysing the hair samples using then modern forensic techniques, Dr. Sten made a bombshell discovery: extremely high levels of arsenic. Not a little, but hundreds of times above the normal background level. Arsenic is a potent poison, infamous for its slow, cumulative effects when administered in low doses. It causes gastrointestinal distress, weakness, confusion, hair loss, and eventually death. Arsenic symptoms, nausea, weakness, overlap with cancer, but Napoleon's weight loss and vomiting better match gastric malignancy. Could it be that the emperor had been murdered? Slowly, carefully, over the course of months or even years? Well, arsenic levels were high in Napoleon's hair decades before St. Helena, suggesting environmental exposure, not murder. The implications were staggering. Arsenic wasn't just a random toxin. It was the historical poison of choice for those looking to commit undetectable murder. It's tasteless, odourless, and virtually impossible to trace with the medical knowledge of the early 19th century. It would have been the perfect weapon for an assassin operating in Napoleon's close quarters. Dr. Sten's theory electrified historians and the public alike, who, if anyone, had the motive and the opportunity to poison Napoleon.